Yeah, I knew my mic was on. I realized that as I was getting up to leave the room. I was like, it's too late. But thank you, Joe. I just wanted everyone to hear me breathing. Hello, everyone. I am getting ready for my vacation. Gosh, it's so weird because this is like opposite the way it's supposed to look. I need to be over this way more. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm kind of in vacation mode now. It's a work vacation, so I'm still working. And I'm going with a bunch of customers, but we're going over to Maui. Starting. Which way does this need to go? This way. Okay. It looked weird. We're going to Maui tomorrow, and we'll be there for just over a week. So we leave on Friday. We get back on Saturday the following week. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. Taking the kiddos. There's a couple other little kids that are going to be on the trip as well. So it's going to be a good one. But for now, I'm going to play some game. And Jordan, is taking the dogs out. Bar watching again. Hello, hello. Have a good one for me. I've got some Coke Zero here. I will drink in honor of you guys. And I also have some flavored water here. I think this is like a strawberry pineapple. Bingo at the bar? Oh, good luck. Good luck. Let's see. B13. I don't know. Bingo. I once, okay, it's gonna be a little bit TMI here, guys. I once went on a date in my single days before Mrs. Tapdawg, and this girl planned the date, and so she took me to this place here in the States called Hamburger Mary's, which it is a it's one of those bars where the men dress up as women. I don't know if there's a specific name for those types of bars, but that's what it is. And they did drag. They did drag bingo, and so the person who was hosting it got really excited anytime he pulled 069. That's my story for you. Also, I won. I happened to win bingo on the movie package, and it came with a bunch of condoms and lube and a picnic basket and the movie Casper. It was very, very weird. I wasn't sure what to make of that. Had a really good blanket, though. I still have the blanket. I think that's the only thing I kept from that pile. All right, so we're going to play some good old Dr. Robo. Needless to say, that relationship did not work out. She was just a little bit too extreme for me, for my my connections of the time. My another funny story for you guys. So we're going to Maui, and my boss is actually there already. He got there yesterday, so he could scope out the area, have a couple days to himself before all the customers get there tomorrow. And I was talking with him on the phone today, and he was telling me about his bike trip. And he's like, "Yeah, I rode super high on the Pineapple Express." And I was like, I don't think you understand what you just said. So apparently there is a trail there called the Pineapple Express. And so I explained to him, don't say that to anyone else, because Pineapple Express is it's a movie from like 10, 15 years ago that is all about getting high and wanting to go to the Pineapple Express to get high. So when you said I went up high on the Pineapple Express, it kind of sounds like you said something else. So he was biking. He was taking a bike ride on a trail. And the Pineapple Express is a trail on Maui. But I just still got a kick out of it. So I told him to be careful with what he says. So those are my funny stories for you guys from today. We're going to do a couple rounds against our good old pal Clyde here. So we're all packed up. This is, I think, going to be our second trip with both kids because we went to Disney World back in December when our son was just about 4 months or so. And now he's closer to 8 months. 9 months, somewhere in there. And our little girl, she's just over 2. So we're hopeful. On the last trip, our son did great on it. He slept the whole time, but my daughter had a really rough flight. So I'm hopeful that she's a little older. We're going to bring her car seat on the plane, and she'll just feel a little bit more comfortable with the car seat and be able to sleep a little bit. Although the flight's not too long. I want to say it's 3 hours long, might be 4 hours long. So it's not the end of the world, but it's definitely pretty long. Let me see. Oh, this says 6 hours, 20 minutes. That's a little longer than I was thinking. Uh-oh. Well, I apparently don't know. I think it's the time change that throws me off. I got a couple of completions here. Dragon Wealth and Galaxy Wars and Wealth. I'm still working my way through the Wealth combos here. I finished all of the combos that I had 3 cards, and at least one was an Onyx. So now I'm just going through all the remaining 3 card combos and working through those. Again, these cards are not going into my arena. They're just for heroics purposes, so I just need to research for heroics purposes. And this is the most efficient way I know of to do it, so I can have the most cards that are useful for it be used. Joe, you totally missed out on 2 absolutely incredible stories, just so you know. One was about me going to a drag, not a drag bar, it was a drag restaurant, and playing drag bingo. And then there was the conversation about my boss saying that he rode high on the Pineapple Express, meaning that he was on a bicycle on the Pineapple Express Trail in Hawaii. And I had to explain to him that Pineapple Express was a movie that came out 15 years ago, all about getting high. And yeah, it was a fun conversations. You're late. What did you miss? I just said what you missed. No, so here's what happened, Joe. I'm repeating my story, so I'm sorry. It was I had gone on a couple dates with this girl, and she wanted to plan the date. We had met the first time somewhere local to both of us, and then I think I took her on a date somewhere for a second date. So this was like our third date, and she decided she wanted to take me to a drag bar. And I did win, and the prize I won was the picnic in the park, I guess, prize. And so it came with this picnic basket, and it had a really nice soft blanket inside. Underneath the blanket was a DVD for the movie Casper, like the one from like the 90s, where Casper was CGI and the rest of the thing was real film. And then underneath that was just a bunch of condoms and lube. It was great. Great prize package. Hey, long story short, things did not work out with that person. You grew up with that film? Okay. It was such a random movie to include in there. They had candies in there too, which I think it was like penis-shaped candies or something. You know how it is. All right. Well, I only had to do 2 battles to get back into rank 6 today. I don't understand this sometimes. I guess I'll do a couple more battles here. Yeah, like the funnier thing to me though was like all the gifts beforehand were like regular prizes, like, oh, here's a gift card to Best Buy, or something along those lines. And then they're like, this is our special prize because it's prize 6. I think they had a special prize for prize 6 and prize 9. Good old bingo. So anyhow, I won the gag prize, I guess you could say. Oh gosh, didn't mean it that way. I just realized. So this is a great stream, guys. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Joe. So I'm pretty sure that person never responded to me, right? When I mentioned them, the person named Emma. I'm pretty sure that's the same Emma that used to be in our Discord years ago. But they never responded, so I don't know for sure. Mrs. Tapdawg is currently relaxing after a very hard day. She worked her butt off making sure we had everything packed, everything ready for our trip. Because we're going to leave our house about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Our flight's not till noon, but we're flying out of San Diego, and it's like a 2-hour drive to get there. So, yeah. We got our parking already planned out. We've got checked in. Bags are going to be checked. You bring so much stuff with kids. So we've got 3 big bags. One is for our clothes, and the other 2 are for our kids' stuff, I think. I don't really know. And then in addition to that, you've got technically 4 backpacks. We've got my backpack that's going to have all my work stuff in it. And then we're going to have one backpack with my daughter's like change clothes, any diapers she might need, foods. And then the same thing for my son. And then we have just like another bag. I don't even know what that 4th bag is. And then on top of that, you bring your kids' car seats with you. So we're going to check my son's car seat because he doesn't have a seat. He's going to be a lap sitter. But my daughter's will bring on the flight with us. So she gets to sit in her car seat on the airplane, which is kind of cool. So anyhow, we're going to be like these people that have like a huge weight on our shoulders of all that stuff. So tomorrow's going to be exciting. And I got to wear my like company polo shirt. Yeah, both our kids have flown. My daughter's flown quite a lot, actually. My son has just flown twice back to Florida and back in December. So he did really great on his flights, though, because he slept most of the way. Although I was realizing that I was thinking that this was a short flight, like 3 hours, but it's actually double that. It's 6 hours, 6.5 hours. Oh yeah, it's definitely a nightmare. You're not wrong, Spicy. We were actually seriously considering not bringing our kids on this flight and seeing if we could have the grandparents watch them. But my boss's daughter has a couple kiddos, and she's bringing them. So she wanted to have other kiddos on the trip that she could hang out with. So that kind of sealed the fate for us to make sure we bring our kids so her kiddos wouldn't be alone. There are other kids coming on the trip as well, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of kiddos to hang out with and do things with. But we're doing another trip, I think in June, to Colorado. And I don't know if we're bringing the kids to that one or not, but we might be bringing them there too. All right, where am I? Let's continue on. I I don't think I lost last on Tuesday, and I don't know if I'll lose tonight. I mean, knock on wood, hopefully. But I don't know why. I don't think I've changed my deck significantly or even at all. I'll have to look. Something that Joe was talking about recently was, do I still have all my cards in my optimizer? And I do. I put all my cards in the optimizer still. But I think I might just make it be my Onyx cards at this point. There's no reason for me to really keep my bronze or even my silver cards in there. And I'm not going to put a gold card in this deck if so I feel like maybe I need to consider making some changes. I don't know. Are any of these defensive? I don't think so. 34-32 is probably my most defensive, yeah. I just wanted to get his health down a little bit more and have him use his final form at the same time, and he didn't even use a final form. Oh well, we're good. You miss traveling? You can't go anywhere currently because of school? What about, you should be having like a break soon, right? With school? I don't know if you're in college or if you're in before college or university. You can't imagine just not losing regularly. Joe, one day it's just gonna all fall into place for you and you'll just keep winning. You'll be like, oh, this is what Tapdawg was talking about. That's cool. Your dad's going to St. Lucia in a few days with his wife and you can't go. Yeah, you had mentioned that last time we talked. I'm sorry about that. Oh, Mojo Jojo! Mojo Jojo! Hello, Mojo. Welcome. No breaks for you? May through June's your exams, so you have to spend your break to study? Ugh, I am sorry. Well, now I need to see if I can even do that. That's a weird one. Wagad Pat. I think, yeah, you were pretty sleepy. It almost looks like Joe Bro backwards is like Oreo. Oreos. Just gonna call you Oreos from now on. Not even mad about it. Oreos. That's pretty funny. I want my defensive play. There we go. I never know with fish ping, so I gotta play safe every time just in case. Ooh, I just barely squeak by on a win here. As long as this isn't a super defense card. Yeah, we're good. So Mojo, how was your day bus driving? Hurt your head trying to spell Joe Bro backwards? Yeah, right? I couldn't even do it with my own username. And you think like something that you have to type often, it'd be easy for you to think of, okay, let's flip it and reverse it. No, definitely not. Once I finish these last few rounds here, I think what I want to do is show you guys what I'm working on for the Tapdawg account, kind of what my focus is. Ooh, his deck broke. Poor guy. Yeah. Just a reminder, Mojo, Joe is not Joe Bro's name because he's Joe's bro. His real name is Jordan, right? Blows your mind when you realize that and you remember it. Sorry if I'm giving out all the secrets, Joe Bro. Mojo Joe Bro. Mojo Joe Bro. There we go. That's your guys' celebrity couple name, Mojo Joe Bro. It's true. He does know all my secrets. Boom, 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 boom. What a horrible combo, but that's all I've got to do. So what can you do? Ooh, okay, this is where I lose. It's been a good run. There's my loss. Where's Winter at? I gotta tag him. He's little Vishnu, right? Yeah. Just gotta. Ooh, look at that jump. These people are who I get to choose after just one loss. That's crazy. Mojo came up with a new nickname for you today, Joe Bropedia. Now that I have to say something. I actually have that, not Joe Bropedia, but the whole idea of the pedia added to your name. A lot of people call me that in real life because I'm that random dude that knows a little bit of everything. And so when people ask a question, I'm like, oh yeah, it's this, it is. And they're like, how do you know that? I was like, I don't know. I just learned it someday and it's stored in my head. You ask me what my wife just told me, I have no idea. But you mentioned this one random fact. I got you. You didn't realize Joe's name's Jordan. Yeah. It's mind-blowing when you discover that. You're like, what? Is that for real? You lying? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so I talked about this on Tuesday's stream, but I'm enjoying this different version of Fortnite. It's definitely frustrating at times. You have to play completely different. But overall, it's bringing back a lot of people that haven't played in a while, having fun, having a new strategy. Joe actually has his own personal wikia for his life. It's called Joe Bros Life. I don't know. The Scales of the Thesaurus. He is actually Daniel Webster. He's the creator of the dictionary. He's not the dictionary himself. The scale, that is. Le wiki. All right, so we had one loss. To be fair, that was against Winter, and I was like, I should try playing Winter. That's why I usually play Scottior if I only have Scottior in Winter, because Scottior, even though he's got a very decent deck, he sometimes has more inconsistency as compared to Winter's deck. I think that's all of them, though. Yep. All right, we are going to swap over to the other phone here, so give me a second. Le wiki sounds French. Yeah, it does. Wiki scale? Lapedia just sounds like the person's a pedophile. Lapedia. So let's not use that one. Oh, I was supposed to show you... sorry, we're going to go back over to the first account. We're going back over here. I was going to show you guys what I'm working on. So, if I go to edit deck, let's go to my heroics deck And I'm going to sort this by level. Okay, so after I get to my level 5s, I'm still struggling with getting a lot of 4 cards comboing with each other. So I think I'm going to go back to what I was doing before. I added a couple diamond cards in here, but really what I need to do is go through all these gold level 4s and get them to level 5. I can get about 1 to 1.5 per day. It's like a 1.25 type of thing. So every 4 days I can do a second one in essence. So I'm just going to go through and get all those to level 5. There's not too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So what's that end up being? Calculator. 28 divided by 1.25 roughly. At 22 days, so 3 weeks. That's not bad at all. So I think that's what I'll do is just for the next 3 weeks, level those all up. I might pause for a minute if I finish my wealth combos. I think it'll probably take me close to that amount of time though to finish up wealth. So yeah, this is my main. I went back here just to show you guys. So because I often come into situations where I've got a level 4 that combos with a level 4. And it's inefficient. So if I can make it a little bit more efficient, I want to do that. And then I still have a list of like 10 of those cards that I actually could put another version or another one leveled up to fuse. So I'll probably do that afterwards, but that'll take probably another 3 weeks to get those just those 10 because it takes so much more dust to do the whole level up process. So, all right. So that's the Tapdawg. Let's switch back over to Underdog. And I'll show you guys what's going on in this deck. So I believe I'm going to go to, not edit deck. I need to go to my cards. Ooh, almost just bought that. Sort this by level as well. So on this one, I think I just finished leveling up an Oozer to level 5. So if I go down here, I have the life card that I won from the event recently. So I'm leveling that up. That'll be finished tomorrow. And that one I can probably get away with keeping at level 4 for now. And then I'll go through and probably work on the next Oozer. So I've got one at level 5. The next one I will fuse with it. And that'll be an absorb, a 31-24 absorb. So that'll be another absorb card for my deck. And then the other 2 I might leave unfused just to have the extra damage. So those will take me a couple weeks to work on to get through. But what I've been doing is just going to my heroics deck on here and sorting by attack. And so whatever the next highest attack is that's a diamond, I'll work on. So Oozer will be here, then the Lich Blade, then Master Y. And I try to look for the highest defense first, so when I get to these ones, I might actually do the Demon Hero before I do the other ones, because he's got a little bit more. Same thing with the Macho Alien. So just trying to min-max myself a little bit there. So anyhow, let's do some Dr. Robo fights. I've got about just shy of 150 gems on this account, and my Onyx Goblin should be dropping, I think, next week. So my plan is to go hard on, if I get the Onyx Goblin while Innovation's in the pack shop still, I'm going to go with that. And if for whatever reason I don't get my Onyx Goblin while it's in there, then I'll wait and use it on Insanity when that comes out. There's like people very loud outside my window right now, and I don't know why. Why would you want them to level 5? Mojo, that's a great question. So the reason I want them to level 5 is because in my run, I have a lot of Onyx cards in my Heroics deck that are unfused level 4. And I keep coming up into situations where my hand only has level 4 cards. And so I'd rather waste the dust on these cards and get them to level 5. I guess I could spend, I don't know if it'd be more or less dust, but on the Onyx cards and get those to level 5. But I don't know. I have no real need to improve my arena deck at all. I'm just working on my heroics deck. So might as well. It's better long term to have it optimized, so I don't have to worry about having to take an extra turn because I comboed 2-4 levels together instead of a level 4 and a 5. You know. I think I'm actually going to go over here to fight Ivana. By mid-April, you could have a fully fused Onyx combo card deck. Joe, that's awesome. Do you think the thing that's holding you back from being in Mount Rushmore right now is just your inability to play as often as they do? Because if you have an all Onyx deck, I don't see why you wouldn't be up there with Mount Rushmore. I mean, besides obviously your health, which you're working on that, but that takes time. But I feel like the consistency should be there for you to be able to be up in Mount Rushmore. Mojo, you know what? There was like a 2-week difference in time for Tapdawg and Underdog, and whichever one was the delayed one, they got it super early, and so now they're 1 day apart. So it's kind of funny that they used to be far apart, like by 2 weeks. Well, not far apart. They're 2 weeks apart, and now they're a day apart. Which is both a blessing and a curse, because then I have to wait super long time, and I would like them to both be like 100 days apart, or not 100 days. That would be horrible. Like 25 days apart. So I get one every 25 days or something, you know? Again, I'm not complaining that I get them more often. No for Rushmore tap. I've chosen to step back because I lose plenty and playing more doesn't help against top 5. Deck combos aren't consistent enough to beat them 90%. And HP's no fun. Yeah. Do you think if you were to get the 55 HP that you'd be able to beat them more consistently? Is that typically what's happening? You just lose when they get to their final form? Because I get what you're saying, because I feel like, well, obviously you have better cards than Underdog, but that's the biggest issue Underdog has. He can beat most of the people he comes across until he gets to that Masters 1 threshold where it's you have to choose between Jokovic, Fish, and Winter, or AB, and so I always choose AB if I have that as an option. But the fights against AB are a little bit less than like a 50-50 chance. Sometimes it's like a cakewalk to beat him because he just has a bad hand or he takes a really long time to get his hand created. And then other times, third turn, he uses his final form and I'm just done. There's nothing you can do. It's crazy. I need to check something real quick. Since I'm flying tomorrow, okay, we're good. I was like, if the new pack comes out tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to announce it, but it'll come out Saturday, so I should be good, but I think it's like a 3-hour time difference, so it's going to be like 6 o'clock in the morning, my time, when that pack comes out. There's like really, really loud people just outside my window, and I don't know what's going on. All right, let's win this one. Good old Jama. HP and combos go hand in hand. If combos are where I want them to be, tanking on tiebreaker shouldn't be necessarily most of the time. I do think I could play Master Healer more with 55 HP when I'm in a slump. I'll say this. For the longest time, Winter would only play his offense on Master Healer. And he would not win nearly as much as he does now. Because tiebreakers is really the only strategy you can use to be consistent. Master Healer just ends up with a lot of ties. And when you're on Master Healer, that tie is a loss. It's just an unfortunate difficulty of this game is trying to win in a way that just can't be done with the current meta. Shocking thing is I can do 30 damage when opponents do only elemental for L2, L3. I still feel like a little progress has been gained over it. Other than with AB, maybe. You know what? But Joe, you have to understand, once you have a foothold with one of them that you can consistently beat, it makes it considerably easier to stay up. So I'll see if I don't know. Let me look at my ranking right now. If there's a chance I'll actually have the top players or not. 18, yeah. So I should get the top players here. Yeah. So I'll play against AB real quick because I have no chance against Jokovic or Winter on this deck unless their deck breaks. But with AB, if you get the right hand, you can do well. So this hand, I can do a 36 damage with this hand. So I'll do that first. So that I ended up doing 5 damage there. 4 from the attack and 1 extra from my combo meter. And because he only filled up 1 combo meter, I can play it a little bit slow game here. So I got to go again with my most damaging attack. So again, I did 4 damage instead of 5 that time. So I have to do 3 damage on this turn. Thankfully, I've got a glass cannon here that I can use, and that's enough. So as long as he uses his final form here, I should be fine. I'll do 48 damage, maybe 49 damage. He did not use it, so now I'm screwed. It is what it is. But had he used his normal final form there, I would have won. Can't control that part of his deck. Oh, Gaudior on his Lobo deck is extremely easy. You just don't... If he's on his Lobo deck, don't play a final form when he has his full orbs. Play it the next turn and you win. That's all you really have to do. With anyone that's using Lobo. Obviously, redraw your hand if you don't have a final form in your hand the first time. Just to be safe, because you need at least 1 final form to win. And now, this is the biggest area where I would lose. If I did not get that Gunslinger right now, I would have lost. I would have done the 39-27, and I don't think that would have been enough damage to kill this guy. Oh, it would have been. But normally, it wouldn't have been. Someone uses a 29-27 attack or something. I'm sorry, Mojo. Yeah. It's the Lobo deck, once you know they're using a Lobo deck, which you can see it when you first start playing against someone. Obviously this deck's not going to be a Lobo deck, but if there were a healer one, I would just redraw if I don't have a final form. Did his deck not... It doesn't show what his alchemist type is. That's weird. He must be on tiebreaker. Well, now, where's my final form? I'm just going to play this one so I can do a little bit of damage to him, but I'm going to lose because I don't get a final form? Okay, there we go. Yeah, Joe, I wouldn't sell yourself short. I think you would be able to be in Rushmore probably within the next couple of months. When Little Alchemist Remastered comes out, maybe they bump up the ability to get your health quicker. Because really, that's the thing that's stalling you out from being up there is your health. Alright, I'm playing this one so I can use my final form because I knew he would fill his combo meter. And it's just safer that way to do this. No, Rushmore does lose. They just don't lose often. It's more consistently winning. And the more important thing from that is actually playing all of your rounds. Because you can see right now, I am not in that upper group because I am not playing all my turns. That's the only reason I'm not up there. Oof. That was a hard one, so I think I just lost because of that. Unfortunate. Now I gotta hope he doesn't have his final form, but he's going to. Yeah, Mojo, I think the same is true with your deck. You could definitely be in the Rushmore group too. But if that means you have to give up all your free time to play this game, like, can you imagine just, all right, sorry everyone, I can't drive my bus right now. I gotta I gotta use my runes. For me, I had to do all my turns in the morning before getting to work, and then like my whole lunchtime would be spent playing the games. And just too much. Who's Rushmore? He zoned out for a while. We call the top players the figureheads of the game, the Rushmore group. So it's typically like your top 5 who are ahead of everyone else. So let me show you. If you go to the worldwide rankings, the first 3 right here are all just about 5,000 stars, right? You got Jokovic, who's at 5,100, Fishpang's at 4,950, and ABSP's about the same, 4,920. You've got these two guys who are pretty much up there too, but they're far behind. They're 400 stars behind the two of them. And then you go down another 400 stars to where I'm at and Mojo's at and Joe's at. You know? Yeah, so they started out playing more often, but I think the two of them aren't playing as much. That happened to Winter last season too, where the last couple of weeks of the season he just kind of fell back away from everyone. Not sure, maybe he's got real life things that are happening, but I haven't seen him be active as much. He pops up in the Discord, but I haven't seen him on here, and I haven't really talked with him all that much. So I think he's probably busy with real life stuff. All right, let's see if we can beat AB this time. Yeah. So I think the important thing to look at there is the wins, because obviously both Winter and I have proven that we can be up there in the top five, top three, whatever you want to call it. Well, that did not work at all. Bummer. Missed it by 3. I have one little shot here. It's not going to be enough, but it's worth a shot. But what was I going to say? Oh, look at that Jark. Oh, he's got a decent amount of wins right there. That's fun. So yeah, look at the amount of wins. So Jokovic, he buys runes, which that's why his stars are higher than Fish and AB. Otherwise, he'd be the same as them. But he's at 2,300 wins. Both Fish Ping and AB are almost identical there at 2,100 wins. Then you go down here and you'll see Gaudior and Winter. I don't know if they've lost. They probably have lost a couple, but they're about 200 wins beneath them. But then you get down to Tapdawg, and I'm 800 wins beneath Winter, and a good half as much as the other 3 guys up there. Same thing with Joe. You're about the same amount of wins. Mojo is playing a lot more than us, so I feel bad for Mojo, who is in the same star ranking as the 3 of us, but has played 50% more than we did. But you can see Underdog here is about the same as Tapdawg. I've played him just about as much as Tapdawg. He just doesn't have as many wins because he loses a lot more frequently than Tapdawg does. Oh, Mojo, I'm going to be on vacation this week, so there's a good chance I won't be using all my turns. I'll probably do my turns in the morning and then not do anything the rest of the day. If I have a little bit of downtime or something, I might, but I want to make sure I'm spending time with my family and focused on that. Okay. 35. I think that's going to be our winner. Let's hope we get our final form. We did not, so this is a loss. Bummer. Oh, we have a chance. We have a chance. Let's hope he uses his final form, and it is a 19 defense one. No luck. Come on, Bob. No love from Bob. That's why sometimes I think I need to redraw if I don't have a final form, and I always forget, because I can get away with that on Tapdawg, usually. So I got a final form here, so I'm good, and I got a really good glass cannon there. Now I just need to combo some cards together there and use my final form, and I win. Oh, bummer. Sorry, Joe. Wait, you're going to have a set schedule, Mojo? Is that what you're saying? All right, well, that's still Legendary 3, being rank 9, but it's such a... This whole area is a constant war zone, so it's kind of crazy. But that's a good little leaderboard there, right? That's the dog sandwich with the Joes in the middle. The dog Joe sandwich. Mojo, Jojo, and Joe Bro. Bro. Well, I don't know why there's such a skill jump between 2100 to rank 2000. It's just that type of thing can happen. Oh, Mojo, breaking my heart. It's all right. We'll miss you. It's all right, Spicy. I'm done with playing, and I think I had wanted to do some Jackbox, but I think I need to finish packing and getting ready for my my trip. But let me check something real quick. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it for the night. Unfortunately, how's it been going, Naughty? It's good. I think the most important thing to see, Naughty, is that Tapdawg has got a Joe sandwich here with Joe Bro and Mojo in between. I got the dog sandwich as the bread and the Joe's in the middle as the meats. It's great. Yeah, it's only 8 p.m. over here. Yeah, so it's a little bit early for me. I'm sorry, guys, but I got to wake up early to get down to San Diego for my flight. But as a reminder, I will not be streaming next week. I'll try to make announcements on Discord when packs come out, but no promises. I might need the moderators to help me out. But yeah, I'll be back the week after that, and I'm actually going to be in Arizona the first 2 weeks of April. So if I do stream, it'll be horrible quality internet, like normal. So I'm sorry, and I might not have a camera, but we'll figure it out. We'll do what we got to do. So thank you guys for joining me tonight, and let's go raid Derb if he's on. I was getting on my Twitch to look at that, to see who's streaming right now, and I bet you Derbster is. Yeah, Derbster's streaming. So why don't we go give him some love? Oh, I didn't want to have that happen, but let's go give him a little bit of love. So thank you guys for watching. I'll be back in a week, and I'll probably be a little tan, so we'll see. But with that being said, take care.